everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, I'm going to try to keep this video really short because I know a lot of you just want to buy yourself a drone for under $299 US. So I'm a guy, if you're not familiar with my channel, I'm a guy who's flown pretty much every drone on the planet. And if you're subscribed to my channel, you'll see I have so many drone reviews. If a new drone comes out, it's on this channel and I will fly it and review it. So now for the low cost drones of, like $299 and less, I've reviewed an awful lot of them. And this video is just my pick because everybody keeps asking me, what is the best drone? Which one's better? I'm going to give you the drones that I think, out of all the ones I've reviewed in the year 2020, I'm going to tell you which ones are the best. Here we go. Now, obviously, I have to keep this video short, so I'm not going to give you all of the information you'd like to hear because I'm sure you probably are thinking of something specific to your purposes. And this video may not cover it. However, every drone I'm going to tell you about in this video, I've done, as I've mentioned, a full review on it. So the links to the full reviews will be placed below this video. Just have to go below the video where I'm talking, way down here at the bottom someplace, and look below and you'll see the description of this video. And in there, you'll see some links that will take you right to a full review of the drone, which will answer all your questions. Now, the most important thing to every single one of you watching is where to buy these drones. And yes, again, below this video are going to be links to where you can buy the drone as well. I have contacted many of the companies who sell these drones and I said, give me your best price. Give me your best price because I'm making a video. And they did. And that price and the coupons, there's usually discount coupons. So you see a price that says like, I don't know, $100 or $150. You type in the coupon at checkout, or discount code if you want to call it that, that's shown below, and all of a sudden the price drops even lower. So make sure you click on the links below this video and also check out the discount coupon codes and you'll be golden. All right, let's get into this. Now, I know somebody's going to want a drone under $100 US, and there's only one on the market that I would recommend for under $100 US, and that is the Tello. Yes, the Rise Tello. Here, I'm just going to place it right here on my little pad. This camera here, if you're wondering, it's recording whatever is in this location. So the Rise Tello came out in March of the year 2018. It has brushed motors. Brushed motors on a drone usually means it's in the toy category. So any drone under $100 is in the toy category. But the Tello is an exception. It's actually really good because it has sensors on the bottom and it's got a bit of DJI technology in it. So it's a pretty decent drone for the price. All you need is a cell phone or a tablet that can run the app and you can fly it. It's that simple. So what's it have that makes it so great? Well, first of all, the camera on the Tello can actually take 5 megapixel photos and it can shoot 720p video, which is HD at 30 frames per second, and it is electronically image stabilized, which is called EIS. Flight time per battery is about 13 minutes. The flight range from your cell phone to the drone is about 100 meters maximum. And the weight of the Tello is 80 grams, which places it under the 250 gram, maximum for most countries. If a drone is 250 grams or more, you'll have to register it in your country. So the Tello, you don't have to register. So all in all, a really good drone. Check the links below to where you can find this drone. A lot of people would love to have this drone for Christmas, and it does make a great Christmas gift because you can fly it indoors, and it flies so well indoors due to the sensors on it. All right, now let's get into the drones that are considered to be above toy grade. And that means all of these drones have brushless motors. Brushless motors are good. They all have a built-in GPS. That means when you fly them outdoors, the satellites in the sky, they will connect to and they will hold their position. You can walk away and go have a sandwich and your drone will sit in the air and do nothing until you come back. It will not fly away or anything. That's the great thing with GPS. GPS also gives the drone the ability to come back to you. Say the battery runs low or you lose connection between you and the drone, anything like that, fly out of range, well, then the drone will come right back to you at the location it took off. So that's a pretty cool feature. All of these drones have internal sensors of one type or another, like altitude hold, the barometer is inside the drone. That means if the drone goes up in the air and you stop about this level, the drone will just stay at that level. So that's a pretty good feature to have in these drones. All of the drones I'm about to show you all have a follow me feature. Yes, they will follow the GPS in your cell phone or tablet, and wherever you go, that's where the drone goes. They also have an orbit feature. They'll rotate around you or some object that you pick and give you some really cool video. They also have a waypoint feature so that you can tap on your phone and pick waypoints on a map, and they will fly to those locations, all within reason. You know, it has to be within the range of the drone. Some of them also have a gesture feature, you know, like you move your hand, do this, it takes a photo, video, does certain things. All of the drones I'm going to show you all take photos at 4K resolution, which is pretty darn decent. So if you like taking a photo at 4K, that's good. A lot of them, when it comes to video, will either be 1080p, 2K, or 4K. And I will explain that in each of the products I show you. Some of the drones will have a gimbal, and a gimbal is something very important to have on a drone, because when the drone is flopping around in the wind like this, the gimbal keeps the camera straight. So if you want footage that's nice and smooth, you want a drone with a gimbal. All of these drones either have a gimbal or they have electronic image stabilization, which does pretty much the same thing. All of these drones record video and photos to a micro SD card that you stick in to the drone. One is not included, so get yourself a micro SD card. Usually the one I recommend for these types of drones would be like a class 10 micro SD card at about 16 gigs. Something like that will work just perfectly fine. Final 2 points, all of these drones are over 250 grams, so that means there's a good possibility that you will have to register the drone in your country, whatever your drone laws are for drones that are over 250 grams. And the last point is that all of these drones fly with your cell phone. You know, you have a controller in your hand to control with joysticks, but you have a cell phone so you can see what the video display is, where your drone is, what the camera sees coming back to you. That means in order to get that image back to you and control the drone, you must have a cell phone or tablet that has the ability to communicate at Wi-Fi at 802.11 AC. Now you're saying, what the heck is that? Let me just say this. If your cell phone or tablet was purchased in the last 4 years, maybe even 5 years, you have it. No worries, you have it. Your phone is compatible. If you have a really crappy phone, like somebody handed you down a phone from several years ago, you might not have it. So I'm going to put a link below this video to a website where you just look at your phone and your brand, and it will tell you if your phone is compatible or not. So now let's look at the drones that have all those features. So the first one right here is the CSJX7 PRO 2. This drone is one of my favorites. I really like this drone. I've loaned this drone out to friends. They have flown it. They've had no problems. So it must be a really good drone. It's got all the features I mentioned, has a really good gimbal on it, and it does take half decent video. And furthermore, you get a little shoulder bag. It comes in a shoulder bag, and it has a brother right here. It's called the SG906 PRO 2. This one here is identical to the CSJX7 PRO 2. So both of these drones, all the same features that I'm going to tell you about right now. Here we go. Both drones can take 4K photos. They both can take 2K video at 24 frames per second. They have a flight time of 26 minutes, a range of, maybe 1,200 meters on a good day, but in reality, the range is about 600 meters. They weigh 564 grams each. So this one here, the beast, the SG906 PRO 2 is 564 grams, same as the CSJX7 PRO 2, and they both cost $149 US. So check the links below this video and it will take you right to the store that's selling for that price. And if there's a discount code, make sure you put in the discount code. The next drone to show you is the Bugs 20 EIS. This is a very popular drone. The Bugs 20 EIS stands for Electronic Image Stabilization. It actually records video at 4K, a full 4K at 30 frames per second at a high megabit rate. What does that mean to you? That means the quality of the video captured image is actually pretty decent, and you can manipulate it in editing software if you so desire. If you don't desire, that's perfectly fine. But this is a really decent drone. Some people like this one because it sort of reminds them of a Phantom. You see how the arms stick out and it's got landing legs. However, I will warn you now, this is a drone that is not foldable. So it looks as it looks. So that means each time you fly it, if you put it back in the box, when you take it out, guess what? You have to put the props on. And that's going to take you a little bit of time before you get into the air. As a matter of fact, I was kind of lazy, and check this out. But I could take the prop off. I'm just sitting them there. I didn't even want to put them on because it just takes time. All right, but it is a really good drone and it's very popular. If you check out my review on this drone, you'll see it is extremely, extremely popular. They sell a lot of these. Let me tell you the features on this drone. It can take 4K photos. It can also take 4K video at 30 frames per second with electronic image stabilization that makes everything look smooth. It can also shoot video at 1080p, 60 frames per second, so you can get slow motion if you wish. Flight time is 22 minutes. It can fly to a range of, in my tests, I could get it out to a maximum of maybe 600 meters. It does weigh 555 grams, so you're over that 250 limit. And the price of this drone is about $163 US. Check the links below. Check to see if there's any discount codes if I included them, and that will get you that price or close to that price. And I also believe this drone comes with 2 batteries, but you might want to check it out in the description before you buy it. Make sure it comes with 2 batteries, at least mine did. Now the next drone is another Bugs drone, and it's basically identical to the one I just showed you, except this is called the Bugs 12 EIS. So the one I showed you previously was the Bugs 20 EIS. This is the Bugs 12. This is the drone for people who want exactly what was in the previous drone, but you want a foldable drone. This one folds up. Now, all of the drones that I'm showing you that are over $100 US all fold up for portability, except for the Bugs 20 EIS, which I showed you. The arms are pretty much fixed and you have to put the props on. All the other ones that are foldable, like even the CSJX7 PRO 2 that I showed you and the SG906 PRO 2, they're all foldable and the props stay on because the props are foldable. This one here, the Bugs 12 EIS, is also foldable. So you're looking at it right here. Watch, I can fold the arm in and fold this arm in. You see how portable it gets? It gets a lot smaller. All right, so what makes the Bugs 12 EIS so amazing? Well, it's the same features as the Bugs 20 EIS. So let me go over them again. It can take 4K photos, it can shoot video at 4K at 30 frames per second at a high bit rate. It can also shoot 1080p video at 60 frames per second. Also, it has 22 minutes of flight time. Range is the same as the previous model, about 600 meters on a good day. It weighs 558 grams, and with the discount code, you can pick this up for about $167 US. Check below, check the links, check the discount codes, and see if it's for you. And I should say my Bugs 12 EIS came with 2 batteries. I don't know if they all come with 2 batteries, so make sure you check that before you order. The next one to show you is the EX4 PRO. Now, this one does come in a carry bag here, a shoulder bag, and let me just dig out the drone. As you can see, looking at the drone, it is pretty much a copy of the DJI Mavic Air, the first version. I'm just going to unfold it here and just show you why I say that, because when I flip it upside down, look at on the arms, you have to push these little legs out, and there are antennas in some of the legs. All right, so let me tell you about the EX4 PRO. For a gimbal, it has a full 3-axis gimbal. It can take 4K photos, But amazingly, it only shoots at 1080p for video at 24 frames per second. Has a flight time of 25 minutes. It has a range of 1.5 miles. That's what makes it pretty interesting. So that's pretty darn far. And it weighs 435 grams, and it costs $167 US with the discount codes and everything else. Now, I really do like this drone, and I'm a big fan of it. The only thing I don't like, and I'm just going to tell you now, the only thing I don't like is the GPS calibration on this one. It has the worst GPS calibration I've seen on any quality drone on the market. This one here, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's usually because of the app. The app doesn't talk to the drone very well. If you watch my full review on it, I'll show you how to do the proper GPS calibration in that review. If you watch that, then you shouldn't have any problems. If you try to follow what the app tells you, you're going to have problems. But other than that, it's a really good drone. And when I flew this, I had no issues flying it. And unfortunately, the image is only 1080p, but it's a good 1080p. When you watch the review, you'll see that the video quality is not too bad for the 1080p at 30 frames per second. So just like all the other drones I've shown, check the links below. See if there's discount codes, and see if this is a drone you want to pick up for yourself. The next drone to show you is the F11 4K Pro. Very popular drone and really good drone. And it comes in not a shoulder bag, but actual carry case, and it's actually good quality. You know, this is actually quite decent for the price that this is included. And like many of the drones I've shown, it's foldable, so you just unfold the arms before you go fly, and you're all set to go. Now, this is one of the drones that really surprised me when I flew it, because it's actually really, really good. What they did is they took electronic image stabilization, like the Bugs drones I've shown you, and they also put a gimbal. It's the only one in the category that has a 2-axis gimbal plus electronic image stabilization. So that makes for some really stable video quality. So let me tell you a little bit about this here drone. It can shoot 4K photos, and it actually shoots 4K video at 30 frames per second. It has the 2-axis gimbal plus the electronic image stabilization. It flies for 26 minutes. It has a range of about, we'll say about 750 meters on a good day. You can go farther if it's even a better day. It weighs about 564 grams. It sells for about $199 US. It's a lot more expensive than the other drones because you get the electronic image stabilization plus the gimbal in the feature on the camera shooting at 4K. So it's a bit more, and I guess you pay for it that way. So anyways, check the links below, see if this is the drone for you. Now the last drone I'm going to show you is by HOLYSTONE, and it's called the HS720E. This drone is really good. So it comes in a very, very, very nice case. This is a really nice case. The drone is actually, compared to all the other drones I've shown you, it's almost like they put some time and effort into building the drone. The quality, the manufacturing, how all the parts are put together, I'm going to show you it. It's really well done, but you're going to pay for it in the price. Here's the HS720E right here, and you can see just looking at it, it's, I'll bring it closer to the camera, it's made really, really well. The fit and finish on this is really good. Compared to all the other drones I've showed, this one seems like it should cost more, and it does cost more. I should also mention that this one, I think you can only get it with 2 batteries, so that's probably why the price is a little bit higher, because it just default comes with 2 batteries. And like the other ones, it is a foldable drone, so the arms come out nicely like this, and we have our drone looking pretty sweet like that. All right, so let me tell you about this drone. It shoots 4K photos. It can take 4K video at 30 frames per second at a high bit rate, the same as those Bugs 20 EIS and the Bugs 12 EIS, same idea. It can even shoot 1080p at 60 frames per second for slow motion. It's really good. 23 minutes of flight time. You know, that's not super long, but that's about all you need. If you have 2 batteries, it's not too bad. Range on this drone is, 600, 500 meters, and it weighs 493 grams. Now, I asked HOLYSTONE to give me a discount coupon because they pretty much sell this on Amazon or on their own website. And they gave me discount coupons in the past, but this time they said we can only give you a discount coupon for your Canadian customers because the price is pretty high in Canada. So there's a discount coupon below. So if you're in Canada, you can get this at a lower price. But for the US, I don't believe there's a discount coupon, at least not at the time of recording this video. But check below just in case. Sometimes last minute coupons come in, or it comes in after the video's been published, and I post it below the video. So check it out. HOLYSTONE says the price they advertise this at is what they consider to be really good. You decide. But it is a really good drone. All right, so there you have it. Those are my recommendations for the best drones on the market today for $299 US or less. If there's a drone not shown in this video that costs less than $299, it was not shown because I did not think it was as good as the ones I had shown. And if there's a drone that costs more than $299, it's possible it's better than the ones I've shown, but it costs more than $299. I should also mention that the taping of this video was in the month of November in the year 2020. And all the prices I showed in this review are all effective as of that time. I can't guarantee they'll be effective way past into 2021. So if you're wondering why the prices are different, that's why. And let me give you some final words of advice. When you go to order any of these drones, you're probably ordering from China or Amazon. If you order from China, no issues. You will get your product, but it will take a while. So be very, very mindful when you read on the website of any of these Chinese companies that shipping to your place is going to take, 10 to 15 business days. Remember, that's not calendar days. That's business days. So 10 to 15 business days equals 30 calendar days. So if you want it quick, you might have to pay for a courier service to get it at your door really fast before Christmas. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have questions on any of the drones I've shown, please watch the full review first before asking your question, because the full review will probably answer your question. All right, take care, and we'll catch you in the next video with many more drone reviews. Bye.